Thank you.
Okay, let's start. The Weeping Woman. In April 1980, Rebecca and her family were on their way to Entre Rios province. In the middle of the night, the car's engine started to fail and stopped in the middle of an old bridge. Suddenly, the lights on the bridge started to turn on and off. Then, hear a person crying. When they went down the bridge, they saw a pretty blonde woman sitting on a rock. She was wearing a long white dirty, oh sorry, dirty dress. Suddenly, they heard a strange noise behind them. They turned around and looked everywhere, but there wasn't anything. Then they looked at the young lady again, and she wasn't there. They looked for her, but they didn't find her. They returned to their car and it was working, so they decided to go to nearby village and ask for help. When they were passing by the cemetery, they saw the same pretty blonde girl crying and entering at the cemetery. Immediately, they stopped the car and went down to help her, but she disappeared. They started to knock the door of the cemetery, and a security guard asked for them what happened. They told him their history, and the word said that they saw the weeping woman. The weeping woman was a girl called Rufina, and she lived in a farm quite near the bridge. She had always to her parents. One day, while she was crossing the road, she was run over by a car, fell in the river, and died. Since that day, she helps people in the area who have problems and then returns to the cemetery to rest. Finish.
Wow.
Okay, amazing. Very good.
That was scary.
Thank you.
Oh,
Very
yes.
good, me.
Thank you.
What's the name of this story in Spanish? How do we
La
know it?
Llorona sería.
Oh, La Llorona. Excellent. And it's from Entre Rios. That's
Yes.
interesting.
This
I
story
didn't
is
know
real.
it.
It's real. Very real.
Yeah.
Wow. That's fantastic. Yes. And you were very creative. I loved it.
Thank you.
Very
It
good.
was
It's
amazing.
scary. I'm a bit afraid.
But
I don't know
But-
if I could
Me too.
sleep together.
it's a nice ghost, right? She's kind.
Yes,
Yes,
it's a nice one.
she helped people.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Okay,
I
good.
like that.
Well,
At
that kind of
least-
ghost, yes.
Yes.
A happy
At least
final.
she's kind.
Finish, sorry. A happy finish.
Very
Very
good. Okay. Ali, can you share the screen? The
Yes, I'm sharing. Can you see it?
No,
Wait.
I can't. I don't know the others. You people, can you? There you are.
Now?
Now
Good.
yes.
Yes.
Now yes. Very good. I love the pictures. That why. That's why I wanted to see the presentation.
Excellent. If you can see it now.
Wonderful.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see. What about this one? La Guaira Sprite. I didn't know it.
Need-
Mine,
It's your Jesus.
yes.
All right. Where is it from?
It's from Caracas, Venezuela.
Wow. I loved it. All right, Jesus. Thank you so much. You can start.
Okay. There are many root god histories, but during apparitions, the few people know that Guaira Bride. According to the legend, this happened in the mid-20th century of the old road that connects Caracas with La Guaira. A young woman from Caracas named Maria Jose Carmona was excited about the engagement. On the wedding date, she put on her dress and took a taxi to La Guaira. Suddenly, the car broke down along the way, and Maria had no choice but to ask for help. At that moment, a stranger stopped and offered to take her. Unfortunately, the man was wrong. So they had an accident and the car and both died. Since then, the driver says that she appears on the road dressed up a bride asking people to take her. If the driver says yes, she remains in silence until they arrive at the place where she died. And that moment, with a scared voice, she said, "Here I kill myself," and disappears immediately.
Oh.
The legend also goes that if drivers are drunk, they lose control and have accidents. However, if they are sober, the bride leaves some flowers on the seat she was. On the other hand, if they refuse to take her, she appears and asks, "Why don't you give me a ride?" and cause more accidents along the way. Many people say this scary is the cause of accidents for those who have bad luck if they come across La Guaira Bride.
Oh my God, that was scary.
Okay, this is a scarier. This is going like scarier, more scary.
Yes, it's true.
Okay, amazing.
True, maybe.
Thank you, Jesus,
So-
for sharing. It's
Yes, if you take her right, if you give her a right, she's nice to you, and if you don't, she kills you. Wow, that was interesting. I didn't know this story. Thank you, Jesus. Amazing. Mhm.
yeah, thank you very much. Very interesting. So you'd better be nice to her if you meet her. Because it could be a bit dangerous. Okay, amazing. Thank you very much.
There we go again. What about this one? Oh my God,
Oh, the picture.
this is not from Disney. This one
No.
is not from Disney.
No, for sure. No, it's not the nice.
Right.
No.
The Carona, where is it from?
It's from a state.
What province or what country?
It's from Venezuela. It's,
Right. Amazing. From the town of Soledad, could it be?
yes,
Anzoátegui, the state of Anzoátegui. All right.
yes, but
And we have some rivers.
well, I.
Would you like to start, Jesus?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
This story begins from the one of the most important sites in the world, on the Orinoco River. The Orinoco River is the fourth longest river in South America, and with its large size, it also has great stories which can terrify anyone. One of the oldest and most terrifying myths that take place on this river is of begins called by the locals La Carona or, or Las Caronas, creatures that to this day are believed to be real mermaids. Recent appears of these beings occurred in the Caris River, a mouth or extension of the Orinoco River that passes through the town of Soledad in the state Anzoátegui. As everyone can imagine, mermaids are beautiful women with the ability to charm and seduce sailors with their beautiful and sweet song and melodies, leading them to their death. To their death. Legend has it that if you get along with these beings and you fall in love with them, your fishing will be blessed by having an incredible opportunity to catch a large number of fish. But if you don't, they will do everything possible to sink the boat, creating dangerous eddies and taking you deep into the river to death. Two of the most famous locals who like to tell the story were Vicente Reyes and a man known as Tortoleno. While Vicente was on fishing trip, a half woman, half fish creature appeared to him with its incredible beauty. She tried to persuade him to dip into the water, but Vicente had already heard stories of this being. He offered her an anonymous liquor by pouring it into the water. Uh, then, thanks to his cunning, his man returned from that day, amazed by a great catch. Tortoleno, on the other hand, didn't have the same.
Can you see it, Jesus, on the screen?
Yes, the same luck when
Yes,
he
met this
when he,
being. Mhm.
when he met this being. Since he had heard about this being before, but had not paid attention. Therefore, he did not uh, offer him anything, and was able to survive the ferocing attack that the being gave, gave him because he was close to the store. Since then, Tortoneno never went fishing again without offering some of his liquor to the river. To, those, to this day, the tradition of putting a little anise brandy as an offering to this or that thing is maintenance.
All right. So you have to offer alcohol to the mermaid for it not to kill you. Wow. I didn't know this story. Jesus, thank you so much. It was
Yeah,
really
thank you very
interesting.
much. Yeah, thank you. Well, okay. I will take so a bit of liquid everywhere. Just
If
in
you go
case.
to Venezuela.
Yeah,
Yes.
just in case. Okay, thank you very much. It's okay. It's a bit scary at the beginning, but it's okay.
Then let's see, what do we have? Oh, a taxi. I think this is from Buenos
the
Aires.
best taxi. Yes. Yes. Okay, this story is from Buenos Aires. If you go to the cemetery of Chacarita, be careful with taxis. Legend says that there is a taxi that is driven by the dead. When the people are in this taxi, they start to feel stranger chills, and in the end, they die and return where it all started. In 1978, some people found a woman on her mother's grave and asked themselves, how did she arrive here? Legend says she visited the cemetery, and when she left, she took the death taxi, and it took her back to the cemetery, where she will be laid to rest. You probably won't believe this legend, but you should know that a lot of taxi drivers share to have seen this famous and scary taxi. I repeat, be careful.
All right, Caro. Yes.
It's short story, but
No, it's scary. Especially because I know this cemetery. That's why.
yes, yes.
I won't take a taxi, I promise.
No.
If I go there.
Not from there. No,
No, no.
definitely not from there.
No,
No, no.
definitely not. Thank you, Carito.